Yes, I know what you're thinking. This is an old game, but although I did complete it back in the day on the PlayStation 3 when it was originally released in the West in January of 2013, I recently just picked it up on the PlayStation 4 and played through it and realised how much I actually love it, and so I thought, hey, I'll review it. If there was an award for an overflow of charm, this game would win it. Not only is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, just a phenomenal RPG, but the story and the characters are really well rounded and pretty cool. Of course, I'm not going to give any spoilers, so don't worry, but all I will say is that you take control of a young boy called Oliver, who gets taken from his world into another world to help save it from an evil entity known as Shadar and the White Witch.
This little boy.
Visually, the game looks stunning in both animation and gameplay, with artwork from Studio Ghibli. You can't fault it, it looks great. The gameplay is your typical RPG fare. You get to run around a semi-open world area, which links up together a load of smaller areas, which are a bit more streamlined, but still really well done. Monsters are not fought via random encounters, which is a godsend for some people. I don't mind random encounters, but in this game, you see the enemies roaming around on the main overworld map, and also within the dungeons and smaller areas that you visit. Towns are also entered in the same style as the old-fashioned Final Fantasy games. They're just there as a blob on the map, you run into it, presto, you got yourself a town. The combat is on the action RPG side, where you can use minions, or familiars as they're called, to do your fighting for you, or with Oliver learning to become a powerful wizard, you can unleash spells such as Fireball, and you can use Healing Touch to heal yourself, and as the game progresses, you unlock a lot more powerful spells that can be used inside of battle, and spells that can actually manipulate the world as you're travelling around. Don't let the colourful look of the game fool you, of course. There are some bosses and some enemies eventually that you meet that are actually quite difficult and will require you to do the usual RPG grinding. But once you do that, you can have some phenomenal boss battles and pull off some incredible finishing moves, and there is an actual depth of strategy needed to be used, as certain minions are good for evading, some are good for blocking, and some are good for magic, and obviously attack. So in summary, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is a fantastic RPG which will take you around 30 to 35 hours to complete, and that's comprised of the main storyline and several side quests and bounties that you can undertake from a local shop. Of course, you can upgrade equipment for you and your minions, and there's a little bit of a minion look after part where you can feed them certain foods in order for them to get stronger, and then they kind of evolve in a Pokemon-y kind of way. It's a fun little side distraction, and apart from a little bit of a control issue when you're running around, sometimes it can be a bit awkward, there's not really much else wrong with this game. Frame rates are stable, the length of the game is really obviously worth your time, because nothing worse than spending money on a game and then beating it within a few hours. Call of Duty! But yeah, overall, phenomenal game, and I'd like to give it my first ever rating, as this is my first review, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I take 2 away, just for the fact it's a little bit hard to control, and it can be a little bit grindy as you don't gain that much experience from certain enemies when you reach a certain level, but apart from that, it is well worth a go. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please let me know what you think down in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see ya.